If there is one thing I have learned from being a general, it's that you must have a good strategy. Strategy on the battlefield and strategy in life. Even when taking the ACT, it is important to have a strategy. A strong strategy is especially important for the math test. First, a good commander and a good test taker knows your opponent. Know your ACT. The math test will have 60 questions and you will have 60 minutes. There will be 3 types of questions. There will be 33 algebra questions, 23 geometry questions and 4 trigonometry questions. They all have the same value. Getting a trig question right earns the same number of points as getting an algebra question right. In general, the questions go from easiest to hardest. But there is more to strategy than just knowing your opponent. You must also have your weapons ready for the fight. When taking the ACT math test, you can use a calculator. Before getting into the test, make sure you know how to use it properly. Make sure you know how to handle positives, negatives, fractional exponents, and parentheses. You will need to be able to graph simple functions, convert fractions to decimals, and change a linear equation. Talk to your math teacher about how to do these functions if you are not sure. Once you know your opponent and you have checked your weapons, you are almost ready to attack. But you also need to know the rules of engagement. On the ACT math test, you need to remember a few things. First, the figures are not drawn to scale. Don't try to measure shapes exactly. Second, the geometric figures lie in a plane. Assume they are all flat unless otherwise noted. Third, the word line indicates a straight line. It might look crooked or you might think of a curve, but the term line means a straight one. Finally, the word average indicates the mean. These rules of engagement will be in the directions on the test so you won't forget. Once you know your enemy, check your weapons, and know the rules of engagement, you can make a battle plan. This is where strategy really comes in. A good commander does not just rush into action. A good commander picks the easiest targets first. On the ACT math test, you can do the problems in any order. Go through the test the first time and do those questions which seem easiest. Skip the ones that may take more time. Once you have destroyed these easy targets, you can concentrate your forces on more difficult ones. Go through the test again and answer the questions that make sense to you but may take some extra work. But don't spend too much time on any one question. Once you have finished all the questions you understand and can answer, use whatever time you have left for the really hard ones. If you are stuck on a question, try to eliminate answers you know are wrong. If you have to guess, it is better to narrow your choices. Use process of elimination. Remember, it is okay to guess. But guess wisely. Choose one column to be your wild guess column and stick with it. Make sure all the questions have answers before time runs out. Know your opponent. Check your weapons. Understand the rules of engagement. Use strategy to make a battle plan. If you do all this, you will rock the ACT and win the war.